Welcome back, everyone. Toyshiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another early, fresh look, courtesy of my friends over at Jazwares, and we're going to be checking out one of their early blind boxes for their Micro Galaxy Squadron, and a few Power of the Force, older Power of the Force '90s Kenners figure that I picked up while at my first day at Star Wars Celebration. Not a whole heck of a lot to talk about just yet. Day 2 should be a little bit better, but I did check out Kenobi. And I really like that show so far. Keep that up. But the first figure that I grabbed was Zuckuss, or Forlon. I call him Zuckuss. But really nice figure. With my Power of the Force collecting, I pretty much missed like the final, let's say, 10 to 15 figures for whatever reason. So never had Zuckuss, but that's the great thing about the Power of the Force. A lot of people have bins and buckets, and so much fun to dig through. And they're basically, like, please take these. Like, I got this Barada figure from the old 3-pack of the Skiff Guards. Man, that's a great sculpt on this guy. Fortunately, I have a lot of these guys' weapons already, like Weequay here, or Queequay. But, yeah, I found like an old box of weapons years ago. So now I can equip them, but it's nice to have the figures, right? And then Nien Nunb took a little bit of a hit to his ear on one side, right? But I don't care because the price was right, and it's nice to finally just have a Nien Nunb. He's got a little bit of a scuff on his boot. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me for old toys. It gives it some character, and it knows that, it's been traveling around all these years, and now it's in my collection, much like this older Anakin Skywalker, which that to me should always be the look for Anakin Skywalker when he shows up at the end of Return of the Jedi, right? And then this guy right here, it took me a second. I'm like, do I have this figure? And it turns out I don't, but then I couldn't place him exactly. So I pulled out my older Hoth Trooper that I have. So yeah, it's definitely different. But this one right here comes from the deluxe set with the satellite-looking dish. I got to get the backpack for him, but definitely don't have that. However, while you guys are all here, might as well take a look, an early look, right, at the new Jazwares Micro Galaxy Squadron. It's got a nice little Star Wars Celebration 2022 sticker on it right there. Extra special, of course. But yeah, the booth was awesome at Jazwares, and thank you to everyone who took me around and showed me all the great new stuff coming out. These are going to be around the scale of 196, so they're all in scale with one another, along with the tiny little figures. I did get to check out the Millennium Falcon. You can actually start pre-ordering a lot of these. I think Target still has this, but it's huge. It's a nice size, and it's got electric lights and sounds. And as you move it around, when you're not zooming it around your office, right? Wink, wink. We never do that stuff with any type of action figures, but it will actually react, and it'll, as you flip it around and zoom it around, which took me a second. You guys like, yeah, turn it around. I'm like this. Anyways, it will mimic and do the things that you want it to do with the sounds, and it's just a smart toy. I don't know. There you go. And then you have Boba Fett's Slave of Starship, whatever you want to call it. There was a guy dressed up as Boba Fett there, and he was Boba Fett approved. So very cool overall to see these in hand, but we're going to check out this blind box. Now, I'm not a big fan of blind boxes. I'm going to be quite honest with you. It's not exactly my cup of tea, but this is how they're going to be doing these smaller type, in a way, scout class. So there's 8 to collect. There's several chase figures. We'll see what I get. I wouldn't mind the IG-88, to be honest with you. Here's the barcode as well. Great artwork all over the box, utilizing their toys for the artwork. That's pretty cool too. So I've already opened it up with a little handy-dandy magic right here, and we'll get it open live. I don't know what's inside, and we got the Scout Trooper. Hey, you know what? I'm totally cool with that. It's exactly what it says on the box. So it says actual scale, and it comes in a little clamshell right here. So, I mean, if you wanted to keep them in a clamshell, you could do that too. A little easy storage, or a Ziploc baggie works too. They're small enough, right? I think that's part of the charm of these. If you don't have a lot of room for a collection, and you want to enjoy Star Wars, you can definitely do it. And here's a little mini speeder bike. And right off the bat, I'll tell you, it's a little warped out of the packaging. Probably a little heat will fix that. Sometimes that happens, as long as it's not broken, right? And you can just fix it with a little heat. But the paint app details on this are fantastic. It's like a little mini Kenner speeder bike to me, and it comes with a little standee right there. It says Star Wars, crystal clear. Not a lot of stands with a lot of companies these days. I'm glad to see Jazwares and McFarlane taking the reins with that. Very cool. And then you got the little mini. See, this is what I like, right? with Super Impulse doing these like micro action figures. Well, now technically these are Star Wars micro action figures, just like the old Action Fleet, right? But no articulation in the head. You got some in the arms. You could put them up separately, or they kind of move together, and then you have the legs. So a little minimal articulation, a little minimal figure, but great paint overall. Nothing sloppy on this guy, which is pretty cool. And then you're gonna see, this is part of the fun, right? You get to do. I'm gonna need little tweezers. I'm gonna be looking at all these Galaxy. They sold me on it, so I'm definitely interested in. We'll be having more looks at all the vehicles coming soon. But you get the little stand and a fix-it, and bingo bango, yeah, you got yourself a really cool looking miniature speeder bike with the Scout Trooper. And like I said, for those of you that don't have a lot of space, or, you know, for me, I kind of like action figures, holding action figures, really got into that. You know, the photography is kind of fun. It's goofy, whatever. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid. It's pretty cool for what it is. No, I am not excited about it being blind boxes. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. I like it knowing exactly what's in the box. That's all I'm going to say. And then, you know, like I said, with the whole photography thing, it's like, bro, you hear Chris got the new Scout Trooper, man. Walmart or Target, bro. Yeah, it's a lot of fun with this. Hey, be careful with it. It's breakable. Don't touch my things. You can have a lot of fun with these, just saying. So I'm looking forward to checking out more of the Jazwares Micro Galaxy Squadron. And just before I let you go, thanks for watching, and thank you again to Jazwares and everything. And I'll have more coverage of Star Wars Celebration coming up for day 2. But just in terms of the scalature here, I don't know why that's really funny to me. It's like a little baby one, or like a little drone. I don't know. It's so dumb. But yeah, you get to see the scalature to a Kenner Power of the Force 2 1990s bike and the Scout Trooper compared to the Jazwares one. It's really teeny tiny. So that'll do it for my early fresh look at the brand new, one of the brand new Micro Galaxy Squadron figures, I guess you could say. A little Scout Trooper guy blind box. But as always, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Micro Galaxy Squadron. Are you into them? Will you be grabbing? And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, I got to tell you, when you have these little ships and these little figures, it's totally 90s Action Fleet, right? Micro Machines, all that kind of stuff. I think you're going to like them. I like them. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.